So my Caribbean cousin are scrolling to TikTok and seeing that black Americans apparently discover something. Who you say? They just discover that Scotland, black people are living in Scotland and they're Scottish. This is not Christopher Columbus. Black Americans, I want to know, all you forget all the history? Do you not know that it's black people all over the world, not just in America, not just in Africa? Black people exist all over the world. We migrate, you know. We just don't want to be American. We want to be everything. We are very inclusive people. We want to be everywhere. So I am sure there's Scottish Caribbean living in Scotland.
Well, a lot of us have just found Black Scottish TikTok, and it's been wild. First of all, hello Scottish Sterling K. Brown. I mean, come on, that's like basically the same person. Oh my God. But also like the accents, and there's so many people who are like, oh my God, I didn't know that there are black people in Scotland.
Watching black Americans find out that there's black people in Scotland has to be one of the funniest things I've seen on TikTok in a while. I'm probably too married and I'm gonna watch football. I'm used to watch rugby and all them something. I've been to England before. That's not surprising to me. Now, I definitely understand why it would be surprising to Americans, especially black Americans, because hearing them talk, you're so like, yo, what am I saying? And if one of them knows that there's black people in Scotland, just type in black Scottish TikTok or whatever, it'll come up. And then if you haven't seen the video them of the American people them like figuring out that there's black people in Scotland, you know TikTok work. Check it out. Big up on yourself, make sure you follow me, look more.
Black Americans discovering that there are black people in Scotland it's incredible. It's such a beautiful
Safe to assume that you've seen this gentleman over the last couple of days.
The entertainment on that last post in the last 24 hours has been crazy. But welcome to Black Scottish Time.
Yeah, that's Starboy Fitness. Good looking dude. And because of his video, I've seen videos like this.
They come in black? You know what? This is on me. This is my ignorance. I will admit, I should have known.
And then Aunt Karen posted this.
Honestly, like the best part of us black Americans discovering black Scottish people that is most amazing to me is that we can finally put on front and center that our education system sucks. Because baby, we did not know about y'all. Let me tell you something. I am learning so much right now.
Guys, honestly, I love you Americans so much. Like, I'm so happy that you're intrigued to know what it's like to live in Scotland and stuff, and you've found my TikTok and you've found other people's TikToks.
So we're all collectively experiencing black people in Scotland, right, because of TikTok. And is it just me, black folks? Is it just me? My heart is so warm and comforted because I'm like, they act like us, or we act like them, or like we are the same. Get me a ticket to Scotland because I'm going down there.
All right, a lot of you have questions about the black people in Scotland. You have questions, I have answers. Okay, jokes apart. They are African immigrants or Caribbean immigrants. Okay, so these are like Nigerians or Jamaicans or Ghanaians. Okay, their parents, these are first generation immigrants. Their parents are from these countries. This is what immigration looks like. The same way you see Nigerian Americans, Nigerian British, Nigerian Italian, Nigerian Japanese. It's the same way you see Nigerian Scottish, Nigerian Irish. Okay, a good 90% of them. All right. I'm talking not down the line generation. I'm talking like their direct parents. If you ask them, they should be able to tell you that.
Girl, has that black Scottish unicorn popped up on your timeline? He done popped up on my timeline a couple times. You ever think to yourself, like, I really didn't know I needed that in my life, but now that it's in my life, I need that in my life, if that makes sense? No, I don't know. But go look him up. You're welcome.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for tuning in to Profess. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing, hit that like button. All right, let's get into it. Black Americans have discovered Scottish black people, man, and the internet is blowing about it, man. And you know, black people in the Caribbean have a lot to say. You know, they're trying to educate, you know, black Americans, especially Jamaicans. They're actually very vocal of how surprised they are that black Americans don't know that they're Scottish black people. You know, they're trying to educate black Americans that, yo, wait a minute, the black people all over the world. We have black people in Scotland. We have black people even in Russia. Black people migrate everywhere. You know, black people are not just everything about American. Yeah, that's what Jamaicans and Caribbean people are saying, because they are actually trying to teach black Americans that probably, you know, the Scottish black people in Scotland are actually from the Caribbean, in Jamaica, Barbados, you know, Trinidad and Tobago, and Africa. You know, they are African diaspora. But who cares, man? Black Americans are rocking with them Scottish people, and they are telling y'all that, yo, you missed your chance to actually engage with black Americans. Now that they are bonding with Scottish people, you know, calling each other cousin, inviting each other to the cookout, now y'all are mad, y'all are jealous. You're trying to actually steal their attention and bring it to yourselves. But I have these videos that are compiled for you of black Americans responding to this, and some, you know, Caribbean people from Jamaica having something to say. Let's check them out, guys. I'll be back with more commentary after this.
Black Americans discovering that there are black people in Scotland it's incredible. It's such a beautiful every black Scotsman, just the notion that every black Scottish person who has a TikTok account woke up to 50,000 notifications this morning because Americans discovered there are black people with Scottish accents, and we are just tickled. Like every other video is a black person with a Scottish accent going, mate, like, yeah, we're in here, we're out here, we exist. And they're thrilled too. I saw a comment that said, we're just looking for a quick escape plan, and we didn't know that Scotland was on the list of options. And I feel that. And we see black people with British accents, we don't bat an eyelash. Irish, cool. There's just something about a black person with a Scottish accent. I don't know what to tell you. It's delightful.
So my Caribbean cousin are scrolling to TikTok and seeing that black Americans apparently discover something. Who you say? They just discover that Scotland, black people are living in Scotland and they're Scottish. This is not Christopher Columbus. Black Americans, I want to know, all you forget all the history? Do you not know that black people all over the world, not just in America, not just in Africa, black people exist all over the world. We migrate, you know. We just don't want to be American. We want to be everything. We are very inclusive people. We want to be everywhere. So I am sure there's Scottish Caribbean living in Scotland.
First of all, I need non-black Scottish people to just live this. I'm so sorry. I appreciate how like the black Scottish people are like all embracing this, and they're like, oh my god, hey cousin, like you can come, we want to come to the United States too, and everything is fun and nice until like the non-black Scottish people are coming like talking about, oh my god, how don't Americans know that black people exist in Scotland too? What's wrong with y'all's education and blah blah blah. Mind you, black people know that there are black people everywhere. It's the representation that people are talking about. If black people were never represented in Scotland and we're just now finding out about that, hell yeah, we'll be geeked. We'll be like, oh my god, we found you. It's not like we found you as in we never knew you existed. It's like we found you because we don't see you guys. It's like we don't see y'all's TikTok. So if we find the TikTok, we're gonna be like, we found you. So please just stay out of black businesses and let us black the way we want to black. Like, please.
Watching black Americans find out that there's black people in Scotland has to be one of the funniest things I've seen on TikTok in a while. I'm probably too married and I'm gonna watch football and we used to watch rugby and all them something. I've been to England before. That's not surprising to me. Now, I definitely understand why it would be surprising to Americans, especially black Americans, because hearing them talk, you're also like, yo, what am I saying? And if one of know so there's black people in Scotland, just type in black Scottish TikTok or whatever, it'll come up. And then if you haven't seen the video them of the American people them like figuring out that there's black people in Scotland, you know TikTok work. Check it out. Big up on yourself, make sure you follow me, look at more.
And y'all can sit up here and act like you're not surprised by that Scottish black man, but I am. And it never dawned on me. Like I'm not saying I never knew there was black people in Scotland, but I never knew that the black people in Scotland had a Scottish accent. Like that just took me by surprise. I was like, wait a minute, maybe I'm hearing Jamaican. You know, maybe he has an island accent. And it kind of sounds like it in a little way, but you can hear that Scottish accent. Like you can hear this, it's like, whoa. Wow, everybody in America is just like, what the hell? Now I need to hear like the black Russians. Because if we got black Scottish people just walking around here with Scottish accents, I know we have black Russians with the Russian accent or the Australians. Like, what the hell? We've only been exposed to like a fraction of black people. And most of them have the same type of accent, either American or, you know, like Jamaican or, you know, African or whatever. I want to hear the people that are from other places. Maybe I sound ignorant, but it's just, it's different. Like, it's just like, whoa. Hearing that and seeing the face is, wow, that is amazing. So I need that on my FYP. That's what I need to see.
Explain this to me, right? Explain to me why Scottish school holidays are a bit of a washout, right? It's been all right this year, but it's been a bit of a washout. And then we get to the week the kids go back, and without fail, you know you're hitting mid-20s temperature-wise that week. Every single year without fail.
The way that I flew to the motherfucking comments to see if you bitches are just like me, like you think like me, and you did not disappoint. You didn't disappoint in the comments. Yes. I didn't know they made Sterling K. Brown in Scottish font, girl. This is the one right here, though. This is the one. That's why you got 88,000 likes. Oh, we come in Scottish, too. I said... That was exactly what I was thinking. No, but the comments were killing me. How do I stay on Black Scottish TikTok? Somebody put, I didn't place this brick. And then they put, I made it to Black Scottish TikTok and I'm ecstatic. Girl, I was too. Somebody put, don't ask me nothing about this video. I didn't catch anything. I couldn't understand what that man was saying, but I was listening. Honey, I was listening intently. And then this is me right here. I immediately opened the comments. Y'all didn't fail me. No, y'all didn't. The comments are so good on this video. Like I was, my flabbers were gasted. My jaw on the floor. I had no clue. I had no clue.
You see how all of the black people from Scotland are welcoming the black Americans with open arms? Very mindful. Very demure.
So let me see if I'm getting this right. You have known these people for less than 48 hours, and you're already trying to use them as pawns in your little diaspora war. And somehow, you don't see how you're the problem. I have a couple questions. So when exactly are y'all gonna tell these people that you are not African? When exactly are you gonna tell them that you have no connection to Africa because you are indigenous to America, that you've never been to Africa? Because I'm seeing some of y'all call them cousins. How can they be your cousins if you're not African? You know these people are Africans, right? Like probably first or second gen Africans. Like, just look at these comments. I found these comments under that same video. See this? I'm seeing the way y'all talking with them in the comment sections. You're talking to them like pets, like a lost puppy that you found. You're like, oh, look at this beautiful lost puppy that I found. You're so nice, so cute. Yes, that's what colonizers do. They meet something for the first time, they give it compliments, and then they destroy it every single time. Leave these black Scottish people alone. And to the black Scottish, y'all are living in Wakanda. You are literally living in Wakanda. Enjoy your life in Wakanda, because you have no idea what goes outside of Wakanda. Stay in Wakanda. Enjoy your life in Wakanda. Y'all about to let Killmonger in Wakanda. That's what I'm gonna say.
Man, Who done put cat piss in the black Brits tea, goddamn? They are mad. We talking to the black Scots, the Blots. That ain't really a good name, but I'm gonna come up with something better than that. Yeah, they mad about that shit. Why? We can't talk to our cousins over there. What wrong with y'all? Why y'all don't like that shit? We just finding out, you know, we got folks over there. I mean, yeah, we knew blacks all over the world, but still, it's like, you know, seeing a unicorn. And yeah, we got questions. Why y'all mad about that? I can't go into my doggone History 101 book and pull up black Scots and what they do. Why y'all mad about that? Y'all chill out now. Y'all had y'all turn with the little diaspora war and all that stuff, which was stupid and pointless, but you had your turn. We done talk to y'all. Now we talking to them. Let us talk to our nice family over there. They nice. They cool as hell. They awesome. Let us talk to them. They nice. They want to talk about them good peoples over there. Them good peoples. And we gonna talk to them good peoples.
Alright guys, there you have it. Actually, you know what really surprises me about this whole conversation about the diaspora wars with black Americans, with the African diaspora, black Americans with South Africans, now black Americans with the Caribbean. You know, it's actually how influential black Americans are, and the rest of the African diaspora cannot actually seem to understand that. They don't even notice it, because if actually black Americans ain't the main character, why are you all jumping into these conversations? Why are you all jumping, you know, into trying to educate black people in the United States that, yo, wait, black people in Scotland come from Africa and the Caribbean? Why are you all jumping into conversations that actually do not even relate to you? This is just black Americans rocking with Scottish black people and, you know, enjoying the bonding and the fact that Scottish people, they're actually surprised that Scottish people do know black American culture. They listen to black American music. They look at black American, you know, movies and all that stuff, and they are actually surprised at the Scottish culture, the way, you know, they dress with skirts, yet they are men. We all have seen that culture, but the problem is the African diaspora, the Caribbean diaspora, you know, the African diaspora in Britain actually can't seem to leave that slide. They want to join the conversation. They want to, you know, be at the party, at the cookout without an invitation. Yeah, that is exactly what black Americans are pissed about. You know, it doesn't matter if they're finding out that Scotland actually has black people now, you know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't concern you. The thing is, black Americans and black Scottish people are actually enjoying, you know, the engagement that they're finding out right now. I'm telling you, on TikTok, on Instagram, you know, if you're a black Scottish person, you're going viral, man. People are going viral. They are blowing up in the millions. You know, people are coming in the comment section, especially black Americans, and commenting in the masses to these Scottish people that we found you. And the people who are in Scotland are like, what? You found me? Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking for me? Yeah, it's because of the trend that is going on. If you haven't been on, you know, the black Scottish trend on social media, the good thing and the good news is that I got you. These are the videos, you know, that I have compiled for you. I have a previous episode that you guys should check out where the African diaspora and black Americans are fighting again about it. And on this episode, it's, you know, the Caribbean diaspora and black Americans fighting about it, man. The videos are so many that I cannot do it in one video. But again, we have to actually understand and agree with each other that, you know, black Americans are the most influential people on the planet, because the way they are actually making all these other, you know, people of African descent actually talk about them without even asking. You know, you all want to join the trends that black Americans are having for you to be relevant. Otherwise, why are you even bothered? Yeah, if black Americans want actually the main character, y'all wouldn't actually be bothered. You wouldn't even give it your time. But yeah, the problem is y'all keep on, you know, trying to complain about, yo, black Americans have a big ego. They think that they're the most important people of African descent, or they're the most important people who are melanated. Let me use that word because, yeah, I know some black Americans don't want to be called, African Americans. They want to be called black Americans, and rightfully so, because they are from America. If you look at it, if you are from Africa and you are a melanated person, you don't call yourself first by being African. No, you say you're Kenyan, you say you're Ghanaian, you say you Nigerian, you say you South African. Yeah, exactly. Why are you mad when black Americans actually say they are American? Why are you mad? If you from Jamaica, you say you Jamaican before anything else. If you from Barbados, you say you Barbadian before anything else. Why are you mad that black Americans are calling themselves American? This is the whole point of these diaspora wars, because African people are actually mad at black Americans, melanated black Americans, for calling themselves American and not African. Why are you mad about it? If actually I came to you and told you that you ain't Ghanaian, you African, doesn't make sense. Doesn't really make sense. And the thing is, we have to understand, people in the diaspora, African people in the diaspora, or melanated people in the diaspora, we have to understand that when black Americans are saying that they American, it doesn't mean that they don't like the melanin in their skin. It's just that they actually are identifying with where they come from. Yeah, if you all didn't know, they were actually black people in the Americas before, all these Caucasian people came from Africa. All the Moors, we all know the story about the Moors. They were there before actually Caucasian people came to the Americans. So black Americans are indigenous to the Americans, like it or not, they are. Black people are indigenous to every continent, if you're being honest, because go as far as Australia, you'll find black people in Australia. Go as far as the Philippines, you'll find indigenous black people. Go as far as China, you'll find indigenous black people. So yeah, not every melanated person comes from Africa. You have to deal with that. You have to agree with that if you are, the African diaspora or, the melanated person from Africa. You have to understand and agree that not every melanated person is actually indigenous to Africa. Actually, melanated people are indigenous to every continent, period. Let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think about today's episode? I'm your presenter, Professor. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing, hit that like button. See you in the next episode.